Well, I think it's important. Thank you for having me this morning. I do think it's important for us to continue to monitor the progress. The president is having a really good week in many ways when you stop and look at what came out of Europe, and now as he is making it clear that he means what he says and he says what he means. And we've got a deadline that's approaching here at the end of this week on August 1st. And then, of course, with China, the 2 additional weeks that are out there. And I just think the president is being very clear and very strong. And quite frankly, really the first president in decades that has managed to take trade seriously and really is utilizing it in many ways to negotiate not only the good trade deals, but really to bring peace in the world and try to deal in some of these wars that are happening around the world.
That said, there is some collateral damage already from the tariffs. Most Americans are not feeling the impact, but small businesses are. Those who rely on manufacturing in China. I spoke with one this week who moved her manufacturing to Cambodia, and then that was impacted by an additional tariff. She's looking to shut her doors of a business that's been open for 13 years. What can be done, or are discussions happening in Congress to mitigate the damage from some businesses who will not survive the tariff uncertainty?
I think there will be an opportunity along the way for us to look at ways that there can be some carve-outs and some things that are put in place to help these small businesses. Of course, one of the big things that we've done with the One Big Beautiful Bill is to give certainty to small businesses, which I think is incredibly important in their planning and in their moving forward. So I do think that there can be some creative ways. The president's trying to be very careful. Obviously, when we look at China, we're dealing with somebody who has been our enemy in many ways, and they almost has seemed as if they're trying to attack us on a number of different fronts, and all the way from our agriculture to buying up farmland to all of these issues that we're dealing with. And I don't think the president needs to back down. I don't think he's going to back down, and he's certainly wanting to make sure that they understand that he's going to hold to his guns.
We've got another deadline, and that's with Russia for Vladimir Putin to stop firing into Ukraine and bring peace to that region. The president now saying 10 days or they will face secondary sanctions. What are your thoughts on this new deadline and the status of these talks?
I think that's very important. And I think the president has obviously expressed great frustration at getting Putin to act and do what he needs to do and to come to the table. It seems that there's such inconsistency with Putin that he'll say the right thing or say one thing one day, and the very next day he's firing and killing innocent people there in Kyiv and throughout Ukraine. So the president is going to hold the line, I believe, and put these sanctions in place. And again, I just think this president is utilizing the economic power of the United States to be able to be a world leader and to make an impact. And how he uses these tariffs and how he uses this economic power is critically important to this day and time.
Congressman Harris, as always, thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you for having me.